Chief Adebayo Olani was a name that echoed through Ilorin like a rolling drum. He was a man of means, status, and ego. At nearly 6 feet tall, with charcoal dark skin, a booming voice, and eyes that pierce into your soul, he commanded attention wherever he went. Adedayo was the proud owner of Day Gold Ventures, a major distribution company that operated across several states in Nigeria. Located in Tanke, the company's headquarters stood like a fortress, blue, glassed, shiny, and intimidating, much like the man who ruled it. To the public, he was a self-made man, a community pillar who sponsored church events and contributed to political campaigns, but to his staff, he was a nightmare in human form. Chief Adebayo believed that employees were tools, instruments for profit. He didn't believe in appreciation, growth, or mercy. Every mistake was treated like a betrayal, every delay an act of war. His philosophy was simple: fear keeps people productive. He often wore white agbadas with gold embroidery, a beaded cap perched perfectly on his head. His office was lavish, his attitude even more extravagant. From his leather swivel chair, he controlled not only business operations but also the fate of every soul that worked under him. Chief Adebayo's cruelty wasn't occasional, it was structured, deliberate, and consistent. His staff named him Oga Scorpion, not because he looked dangerous, but because his stint always came when you least expected. He had a CCTV monitor in his office to watch employees. Staff were fined for laughing, banned from using the toilet more than twice a day, and docked pay for being 1 minute late. Appraisers never came with praise, only criticism. Kemi, a dedicated secretary, had served him for 6 years. When she became pregnant and requested for lighter duties, he replied coldly, "You should have closed your legs if you wanted to remain relevant here." She was dismissed the following week. No severance, no farewell, no empathy. Paganiu, his elderly driver, once fainted on duty. HR suggested support from company medical funds. Adedayo scoffed, "Is it my fault the man refused to die young? Sack him. Let his children take care of him." But Ganiu died weeks later, unacknowledged. Azeez, a bright logistics supervisor, once suggested a delivery optimization strategy. Adebayo cut him off, shouting, "I was driving Benz before my father. Your father finished his apprenticeship. Sit down and listen." Azeez sat, red-faced, in front of all the staff. Azeez had taken more than most would. With a first-class degree in and a soft-spoken nature, he believed in earning respect through humility, but Adedayo trampled on that humility. After 5 years of silence, Azeez reached his breaking point. A missing carton of goods, later traced to a warehouse mix-up, was pinned on him. Adedayo summoned him before the entire office and called him a thief. "Get out before I disgrace your ancestors," he roared. Humiliated and heartbroken, Azeez walked out with nothing but his dignity and a battered box of personal belongings. That night, he sat in his one-room apartment and cried. But amidst the pain, a fire was lit. Azeez sold his only land in Ogbomoso and used the money to start a small logistic business, Zima Transports. It was hard. He had one second-hand van, no employees and no customers, but he had something. Adedayo was never out of kindness. He treated his workers with fairness, offered paid sick leave, listened. Gradually, his old colleagues joined him, escaping Adedayo's reign of terror. Former clients who had left Daygold followed Azeez, attracted by his honesty and work ethic. In 4 years, Zima Transport had grown to a staff of over 30. They had 3 trucks, an office in Fate, and a growing network. Azeez never raised his voice. He led by example. Daygold Ventures began to crumble. Adedayo refused to change. He screamed louder, punished harder, and trusted no one. His senior managers resigned in droves. Delivery errors increased, clients fled. At home, things were worse. His wife suffered from depression. His son Mayowa was arrested abroad. Only his youngest son Tolu remained hopeful, fresh out of NYSC, full of ideas. But even he couldn't ignore the stories that followed his father's like shadows. No reputable company would hire a man with Adedayo as next of kin. His name was now a curse in the job markets. Desperate, Tolu applied for jobs anonymously. One of his CVs landed on the decks of Zima Transports. Azeez, now CEO, noticed the name but thought nothing of it. Tolu was hired as an intern. He worked hard, never complained. He fetched documents, typed reports, and even loaded vans when needed. Azeez admired his humility. One day while cleaning, Tolu found an old photo of Day Gold Venture staff. He saw his father smiling arrogantly. Standing next to him was a younger Azeez. "Sir, is this you and my dad?" he asked. Azeez smiled quietly. "Yes, he was once my boss." Tolu's face went pale. Tolu went home and told his father. Adedayo, now old and half paralyzed from a stroke, wept. "That man helped you? I disgraced him, and he helped my own child." He asked to see Azeez. When they met, Adedayo was in a wheelchair, his eyes full of tears. "I wronged you," he said, "but you saved my son. Thank you." Azeez replied, "I forgave you the day I choose not to become like you." Adedayo died weeks later. His funeral was small. Many former staff ignored the invitation. There were no glowing eulogies, only whispered warnings to young children. Don't become like him. His company folded within a year. The once mighty Day Gold Ventures was now a memory. Tolu stayed with Zima Transports. He rose to become head of human resources. His first policy, mental health days and zero tolerance for abuse. A plague in the office read, "Power without compassion is poison. Legacy without love is dust." Each day as he passed it, he remembered the father who ruled with iron and the man who healed with grace.